So, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, be sure to smash that subscribe button down below and turn on post notifications so you get a notification every time I upload a brand new video. Before this video does start, if we can aim for 70 likes on this video, that'd be absolutely insane. I just want to quickly say it's nearly been the 1 year anniversary of me being on YouTube, and I hope to achieve 2,000 subscribers by the 9th of February. That'll be absolutely insane if we can, and I believe that we can do it. With all the support from you guys, I believe that we can do it. So today I'm going to be doing a story time video. The last time I done a similar video was when I told my bullying story. Now my bullying story thumbnail got put onto an Instagram fan page called Oh My God He's Famous. And that fan page has at least, I think, about 60k followers. So I'm going to leave their Instagram down below in the description. So make sure you go and check it out and just tell them that you got sent by me. So today I'm going to be telling you the story of how I nearly died. Now this is you probably think, oh, it sounds clickbait. It's not clickbait. Watch to the end of the video and you'll find out it's not clickbait. But further ado, let's get on with today's video. Let's go. I don't really remember how this actually started very much. I was just like in the park and some guy was saying to me that I was speaking funny, and I didn't think anything of it. I was just thinking, oh, he's just probably being an idiot, and I didn't think nothing of it. So I come home and my mum was like, why are you speaking funny? Why are you speaking, like, are you mimicking someone? Are you copying someone else? And I was like, no, I'm not copying anyone else. I'm speaking normally. She went, you're not speaking normally. So then it took my mum a day to find out about why I was speaking funny, and it turns out I had this thing called Bell's palsy. Bell's palsy is when half of your face, half of my face, is frozen and doesn't do what the other side can. So like you can like how can I show you an example? So people can smile and both of them go up. So when I smiled, only one go up, and when I speak, it was going like across my mouth. My lip was going across my mouth, so I couldn't speak. My eye was really swollen, and it was like really swollen, and it kept getting weeping, so like it kept crying. My eyebrow, I couldn't raise my eyebrow, like, you know when you can raise both of your eyebrows, I could only raise one. So I come home from school, and Mum was like, oh, you've got Bell's palsy. And I was a bit all confused. I didn't know what Bell's palsy was at the time, so I was like, what's Bell's palsy? And she told me everything about it. So then we went to the doctors, and the doctor said you need to go to a walk-in A&E centre thing. So they said go to one in, I think it was Barking. So we went to one in Barking, and then they said, no, you need to go to the hospital really badly. This is really serious. You need to go to the hospital. So we went to the hospital, and they done so many tests. Like they did blood pressure on my arm. I had this like finger thing. I don't know what it's called, but you have that like thing on your finger like that. I don't know what it's called, but I had that. I had so many tests. So coming in, the first thing they thought was I was having a stroke, because Bell's palsy and a stroke is really similar. But difference is, by Bell's palsy you can raise your arms and your legs, but stroke you can't raise. It's like you go like all the way down, frozen, so you won't be able to move your arms, you won't be able to move your legs. So then they were like, oh, she has Bell's palsy, and they put me on like so many medication. Like I was taking, I think, about at least 10 tablets a day, so I wasn't allowed to go to school for a whole week, because they recommended I didn't go to school for a whole week. Now I didn't realise, but this is sort of linked to why I got my tonsils taken out as well. Apparently it was something to do with it. I don't know how, but yeah. So apparently the reason why I got Bell's palsy was because I had a cold. So it just shows you that how a cold, like a flu or something, can develop into something big. Now, see, they thought I was having a stroke, and they thought I was actually going to die. So yeah. So then a couple months later, I started getting these really bad headaches, and this was pretty much after I had Bell's palsy. So it sort of is linked. So I started getting really bad headaches, and I still get them now. And we went to the doctor. The doctor said you have to go to hospital again. So we went to the hospital, and we had to sit in A&E for hours and hours and hours. This is why I hate going to hospital, to sit in A&E for hours and hours. I sat in A&E the last time when I had Bell's palsy as well. So we're sitting in A&E, and I think we was in there for about at least 5 to 6 hours. So I was in there for a very long time. And then they done some tests and they said, we'll give you an MRI scan, I think it's called, in a couple of weeks later. So I went to that and oh my god, I thought this was really scary. At first when I looked at it, I was like, well, what am I going through? So it's like this tube thing, that's like a tunnel, and you have to sit on this bed and you slide through it like that, and it like does what's it do? It gives an X-ray of your head. So I don't know why I thought it was so like scary, but anyways, it had that. Turns out my head was alright, so they thought, I don't know what they was thinking, like I had brain damage or something, I don't know. But then that was alright. So then we went to another like meeting, sort of talking to the doctor, and they said, do you have any histories of brain tumours and anything like that? And they thought I had a brain tumour, like come on, please. Then they said they were going to put like me in like this circle thing. I don't know what it was called. There was like this circle thing, and then they decided not to. Then they said, we're going to take your adenoids and your tonsils out. Now, I was freaking out because like, how can they get through my mouth? How can they get, adenoids are here by the way. How can they get to my nose? And I was like really, really confused. So it comes to the day when I had my operation. This was sometime in August. It was the day after I went to a festival, so I met quite a few bands, and if you know James Smith and Sweet Chicks, I met them the day before I went to my operation. So when I had this operation, I was a bit nervous because I had to have this mask over my face and everything. I was really, really scared, and I was like thinking, what is happening? I was really, really nervous and scared. I didn't know what was going on. And then all I remember was they went 1, 2, and that's it. That's all I remember. And all I remember is cold fluid going up my arm. Ooh, it was disgusting, it was. And then I come out of the hospital, well, I come out of my operation and I couldn't walk. I was just about standing. Don't know why, but then we had to stay in there until I ate something, which I think is really ridiculous, honestly, ridiculous. They made me eat a sandwich and a packet of crisps. Now, I've just had my tonsils out. I recommend you should eat jelly or soup or ice cream or yogurt. Something like that. But they give me a sandwich and a crisps. Don't understand. So then after that, I was off school for at least a week and a half. Because when you have your tonsils taken out, you have to be off school for about like a week or something like that. Because you can't go outside because it's your throat. And anything like, if you go past someone that has a cold, then you are going to like really affect your throat. So I couldn't have that. And then all I remember was this like, it's like, because when they took your tonsils out, they have to stitch you back up. And it was like this black stitching at the back. And you had to wait for that to go before you go back to school or go out or anything. I wasn't allowed to go outside. I had to stay inside the whole time. Bearing in mind, it was pretty boring because all my friends were at school and it was just really boring just staying in bed all day and everything, and yeah. And it really did hurt when I ate anything, so I wasn't eating at all. I was just drinking, but I wasn't eating because it really hurt. So they put my medication, bearing in mind it was really hard to swallow medication as well. And then after, I think, a week, I remember, no, like after 3 days, it started getting really painful. Really painful. That's what I remember. And when I went back to school after the week and a half, it was still kind of painful, and it still does hurt when I swallow. Really does hurt. Also, it turns out when I come home, when I didn't know, I thought they took my adenoids out, but they never. Apparently, they never took my adenoids out. So my adenoids are still there, and that's that's one reason why my headaches are really sore, because obviously your nose is, basically your nose, your eyes and your mouth are all connected to one, so it, like, my nose is really blocked, so then it pressures the whole area on my face. So that's what happened, and yeah, that's basically the story of how I nearly died. So that has brought us to the end of today's video. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you smash that like button. If we can get 70 likes on this video, it'll be absolutely insane. Your support means a lot to me, and I'm so thankful for every single one of you who watched this video. Even if you don't like it, even if you dislike it, thank you for watching the video. It means a lot. So if you're new around here, be sure to smash that subscribe button. We're getting closer and closer to 1.2k. We're like literally 40 off. So if you subscribe, that would mean the absolute world to me. So I'm sorry that I've not been uploading. I know I missed the first week of January, but to be honest, I was thinking of good video ideas for you guys because I want to upload good content. I don't want to be lacking and making rubbish videos for you guys. This year is going to be a banging year where I'm going to be uploading some really good content. So that's where I'm going to end this video. I hope you all have a brilliant day, a brilliant evening whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.